Good morning, people of the internet. FireRight27 here, back again with another early morning vlog. And today I wanted to sort of talk to you about my opinions on Transformers Cyberverse, seeing as how the series recently had its finale. I honestly think that among the pantheon of the cartoons that we've gotten from Transformers, Cyberverse is at the is more towards the top of the list. I mean, at the very top of my list is Transformers Prime, followed by Beast Wars, then maybe Transformers Cybertron, and then Transformers Cybertron is then followed by um, Transformers Cyberverse. I may change swap the spots of Cyberverse and Cybertron once I finished watching Cybertron. Still haven't done it, but I am planning on finishing it. Anyways, another thing that I sort of want to say is that I think it really is sort of a fresh breath a breath of fresh air for the Transformers franchise. I mean, when I watched I watched Theo Adams' videos recently, I noticed something. He made a point in that most of the Transformers franchise, at least to the public conscious, is saturated in violence, moodiness, and all around unpleasantness. So Cyberverse combined with the Bumblebee is sort of like going to change the public's opinion a bit, I guess. I mean, I really wouldn't like for my franchise well, don't want to say that yet since I haven't made a franchise yet, though I do have a few ideas for some down the line. I mean, if I could get the right people to work with me on it. And, but anyways, that's besides the point. The point is, I think that Cyberverse is just what the franchise needs. That and Bumblebee. It's basically like Theo Adams said something along the lines of same thing but lighter in tone, and that's exactly what I felt as though Transformers Cyberverse was. It's basically the same things that we're all used to in the Transformers franchise, whether it be um Bumblebee being the protagonist and so on and so forth, like everything that we're used to. Like Shockwave, it doesn't have his gun alt mode. Neither does Megatron. Megatron is now a tank. Like all the best bits from say IDW, with the Dean Primes and Alchemist Prime running Mech Adams back on Cybertron, and the fact that Mech Adams itself even exists in a Transformers kids show, I find to be absolutely freaking ridiculous because it's a bar. How does Cybertron have a bar on it? Like, how did that get into a kids show? And then you've got Windblade, one of my favorite characters of all time from Transformers. I really want to get the Titans Return toy, but I just can't seem to find it on eBay for very cheap. I also want Crumple Zone, but that's more because I have a lot of chat that was the first Transformer I ever got ever. But that's off topic again. We've got Chromia, Bumblebee. Not exactly sure where his design came from, though. I do like his sort of hood chest shoulder pads. That's sort of new among Transformers. I mean, I really wish they would make a just standard okay, I'm gonna go off on a bit of a tangent here, but for all of my praise I'm gonna give Cyberverse, the one thing I can't praise about it is the toy line. It's basically our Transformers Armada 2.0 in that every figure is being hampered by some kind of stupid gimmick. I mean, we're all familiar with Hotshot, I believe, and how his gimmicks, or better yet, Armada Sideswipe. We're all familiar with how their gimmicks sort of tampered with the figure's quality. I mean, if anyone needs to know anything about that, they can go watch TJ Omega's show Plastic Addict. Big fan, by the way. But as I was saying, Cyberverse is the only series I've seen besides Transformers Beast Wars I've seen front to back, and it's certainly and it's I don't know, it's really good. I'd say that a lot of it's there's room for improvement. I can say that much, but I can say that I like the characters, especially Grimlock. It's just hilarious to see him It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but it's with their IQ points. Then you've got Windblade. She's another favorite of mine, but why? How couldn't I like Windblade? She's one of my favorite Transformers of all time. Then you've got Bumblebee, really a good character, and I did like the sort of like unique setup of it not being about combat mostly. Like, well, like I said earlier, Transformers franchise is mostly mired in combat, but it's nice to see series where that isn't the main focus. It's just trying to recover the memories of a scout. Then you've got Optimus Prime, who doesn't serve much role in the story so far. Then you've got Blur and Rodimus, or Hot Rod, rather. I like Hot Rod, though he only had one episode, and so did Blur. Rest in peace, Blur. Spoilers. Then you've got Ratchet, who, again, doesn't play much role in the story. Then you've got Drift, who makes a cameo during the McAdams scene. Some generic. Then you've got Dirge, Thrust, and Ramjet all appear in the episode where Cybertronian reverse basketball happens. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. I like how they sort of like expanded on Cybertronian culture in this too, showing sports of some kind. Like, I think that's kind of interesting that they actually have sports on Cybertron. Something we've never seen before in a Transformers show. But I will say, I mean, from what I can understand, Cube is basically like a reverse basketball, where you're trying to hold on to the ball, or rather the cube, for as long as possible, and absorb the energon charge from it. That's sort of interesting. Then we've got all the Seekers. And I'm kind of glad that they brought the generic Seekers back, because there's so many new color schemes they've given them now. It's going to be awesome to just, like, you could, like, if my calculations are correct, the entire Cyberverse toyline could have at least 7 different waves that are made out of Seeker repaints. And I just find that plain hilarious, that they've acknowledged how ridiculous the Seekers and their, like, repainting this are. So here we've got Solar Storm, Acid Storm, Slipstream, Starscream, Dirge, Ramjet, Thrust. The works. You've got them all. They're all here. So anyways, we've also got Alpha Trion and the Matrix of Leadership. We've also got McAdam, who I'm going to assume is Alchemist Prime, because he looks the closest to Alchemist Prime, and as those of you who've read IDW probably know, Alchemist Prime is a known energonaholic, I'll say. I don't think Transformers drink alcohol as such, unless they're organic, but let's not get into that. Anyways, I honestly think that, and it's done something that not very many something popped into my mind, and it was the fact that the only other Transformer series I've seen in full sans Cyberverse and Beast Wars is Transformers RID 2015, but then again, that show wasn't the best. Anyways, that's off topic. It really could have been, like, I really was originally thinking that it was going to be like a worse version of RID, but it really wasn't. I thought it was good. It was really good, in fact. I enjoyed it. I thought it was lighthearted, fun-spirited, and all around a good time. So, in conclusion, Cyberverse gets a 4.5 out of 5 from me. Anyways, with that being said, I am Firelight27, aka Ryan, signing out. And I shall catch you next time for when I'm doing a toy review or something, or another early morning vlog like this. Bye-bye!